Three bells for 3 episodes of Boot Camp Diaries. Listen, have you ever heard of a foot powder shower? If the answer is no, pause the video and let me know in the comments what you think a foot powder shower is before continuing the video. When it comes to basic training, there are so many faces and so many characters. And the ones that I remember to this day are the ones that stood out to me, whether it be for good reasons or bad reasons. Basic training isn't that hard. I say it, of course, from a person and from a standpoint of been there, done that. Yes, it was mentally challenging at times. At times, it was physically challenging. But you know what really makes basic training hard? Basic training is 10 times, 5 times, 20 times harder because of people like me and you. It's because of your peers. There's people like me that don't know nothing from nothing. People that don't want to listen. People that don't know how to listen. People that don't understand simple instructions. That is what makes basic training the hardest. Your peers. It's teamwork that makes it easy. It's no teamwork what makes it hard. But I remember back in basic training, there was this guy named Mr. Louisiana. Mr. Louisiana was what I would like to call a bully. To keep it simple, to keep it plain, and not to offend nobody. There's nothing good about bullying. There's nothing cool about being a bully. But that's what Mr. Louisiana was. Mr. Louisiana was just a bully that felt like if he didn't have his way, then it was a problem. Mr. Louisiana was a person that felt like he was better than others, that seemed like he was just untouchable. And if he felt like you were weak, you were holding the team down, you were not the brightest or the smartest tool in the shed, he would try to bully you in any kind of way, on any given day. He would try to have his way with you, so to speak. He didn't bully me. He didn't bully none of my closest peers because just like me, they weren't going for it. Just like in the real world, just like in society, just like at your 9 to 5, your job, school, if you stand up for yourself, if you know, hey, I'm not going for that, they might continue to try you, but it's gonna get to a point where, you know what?
Get away from me!
Get away from me! Come on, eat some dirt!
I don't know you! Who's next?
I'm not gonna keep trying Bennett. I'm not gonna keep messing with Rube. I'm not gonna keep messing with this dude, this girl, because they're not going for it. That's not a person that I could try. But Doug, he was a person that you could try, I could try, and of course, Mr. Louisiana tried Doug every single day. No one likes to know it all, and Doug was a know-it-all. It's one thing to be a company guy. It's one thing to be, hey, I want to volunteer for this. Oh, don't worry about it. I got it. You know, be a team player, right? But in Doug's case, it was to the point where he argued a lot. He felt like he knew it all. He felt like, you know, like he had some kind of chip on his shoulder. Now, Doug didn't bother me because I really didn't have a lot of conversations with Doug, you know? And it's crazy because in basic training, you know, there'll be 50-something, 60 people in your platoon, right? You may not have a conversation with every single person in your platoon. You may not even get to know every single person. You know what I mean? So Mr. Louisiana and Doug had it in for each other like every single week. And it was just so repetitive over the stupidest things. But mind you, Mr. Louisiana is a bully and Doug is someone that gets bullied. Someone that doesn't want to stand up for themselves. Someone that just lets people run them over and he doesn't fight back, so to speak. So I remember coming back from training, going up to my bay. Again, there's 40 of us males in second platoon, 20 in one bay, 20 in another bay. After training, it's your personal time. your time to do laundry, get your gear ready for the next day, get your uniform ready, get your bed together, go take a shower, wash yourself up, chit chat with your peers. I remember coming back, getting off trans, getting my bunk together with my bunk mate, and there was just this loud arguing coming from the other bay. Of course, curiosity gets the best of us. We go over there. Mr. Louisiana and Doug are arguing. About what? Your guess is probably just as good as mine. Anyway, Doug, he's like, yada, 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 shrugs it off. He goes to the latrine to go take a shower. This is when Mr. Louisiana gets his posse of groupie friends. They go into the bay.
They're like, oh man, we got some for Doug. Got some for Doug.
And Mr. Louisiana gets a bottle of foot powder from his bunkmate in his own bunk, goes into the bathroom and rains foot powder down on Doug while he's in the shower. And it's just, it's not funny. It's just one of those stories that's just like, man, like, that's messed up. So of course you would think in your right mind that Doug is gonna get out the shower, knock off whatever he got on, put on his flip-flops, and they're gonna get active. But no. Doug just sits there and takes the 2 bottles of foot powder. And to make it even worse, Mr. Louisiana goes back to the bay, grabs another bottle of foot powder and rains it down on Doug. And Doug, all Doug has to say is, that's not what it's about. It's about standing up for yourself. It's about getting out that shower and getting active in your flip-flops. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Because Louisiana just continued to try Doug. Now, this is where a part I had to step in because it was about to get out of hand. It probably was out of hand prior to that, but Mr. Louisiana then, we get bug spray, we get hand sanitizer issued to us, right? Mr. Louisiana goes back to his bunk, he gets his bug spray, he gets his hand sanitizer, and he's like, now I'm finna drench his in bug spray. I'm finna drench his ass in Mr. Clean. And then that's when you're just like, enough is enough. This can't go on. This is gonna get out of hand. Man, chill out. I tell him, listen, man, don't do that, man. Just let it go. Oh man, I can't let that go. I can't let that go. Nothing that happens to you in basic training among your other peers is that serious. Now, like I don't know. I don't know what they were arguing about, but like I said, from most of their other arguments were always due to, Mr. Doug looked at Mr. Louisiana the wrong way. Doug just didn't like how Mr. Louisiana was talking to someone and try to stand up for someone else. Like, it's one thing for you to stand up for someone else, but you can't just stand up for other people. You have to also stand up for yourself. But I told him, man, don't do it, man. You're just gonna make the situation worse, and if you make it worse, it's gonna make it worse for all of us. Because the drill sergeants don't never find out. The drill sergeants don't know everything. But what if Doug is like, man, this hand sanitizer got in my eye, the bug spray got in my ears, it's causing an infection or just some reaction, you know what I mean? Like, and it goes south. The drill sergeants find out, and now we're all pushing concrete outside because of 2 people's actions and really one person's bad decision. But if you're going to basic, stand up for yourself. If you're going to college, away from mom and dad, if you're at work, stand up for yourself. Don't be that person that just takes BS all day, every day. It's one thing to let 1, 2, maybe 3 things slide. But if they get to the point like Doug and Mr. Louisiana, you got to nip it in the bud immediately. Don't be an easy target for someone to bully. Don't be, Mr. Nice Guy, and you don't want to get physical, or you don't want things to go downhill. Things start going downhill when you start taking other people's BS. Don't be like that. So, again, if you're going to basic training, stand up for yourself. You don't want to go there to pick a fight. You're not going there looking for trouble, but you're not going there to take shit either. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed this video, which is short, leave me a like. If you want to see more or listen to more stories, hit the subscribe button. And if you found this video somewhat entertaining or just straight up wrong, share with someone else so we can get their feedback too. I'll see you guys next time.